Alright, these videos don't get any views, but I still like to talk about physical media. I just rewatched Sorcerer. If you haven't seen this movie, you gotta see this movie. I think this was sunk by two factors. One, it's called Sorcerer, and being by the director of The Exorcist, I think people had a certain expectation. And two, it came out, I think the week came out right around Star Wars, so it got destroyed by Star Wars basically. Sorcerer is nothing at all to do with The Exorcist. It is a remake of the French film Wages of Fear. I will upset the apple cart when I say that I think this is a much, much better movie. I think Wages of Fear is a solid film. It's a solid film. This is a great film. And I was reminded of it recently. It showed up in a video, people talking about the difference between contemporary and older films. And it's not just a matter of shooting on digital. It's a matter of a reality and visceralness. It's hard to explain, but you watch this movie and it's so like grimy and sweaty and intense, and you can feel the film. Like you watch it and you can feel the heat in the movie, and you can smell the smoke of the fire and all this sort of thing. So anyway, I really enjoy this. It's a slow burn at first as you are introduced to our cast of characters, some real bad folks, and the slow burn goes on for a while. Sorry, I'm losing my voice seemingly, which is weird. The slow burn goes on for a while, but then once it ramps up, really ramps up. But even during the slow burn, I find it sort of fascinating. It has a very, especially in the beginning, has a very 70s vibe. And then as it moves into the action of it's timeless and just absolutely phenomenal. Just a really phenomenal movie. Great performance from Roy Scheider. There's the whole cast in the film. It's like an international cast, and everybody is so good. And they're such good faces, And you can talk a lot about the '70s, and I'm not always a big fan of '70s film, especially drama. But it was nice that they broke a lot of the rules when it came to actors. There were a lot of really good faces in the '70s because you could kind of be unconventionally attractive. I'll say I'm going to be real generous, and you could be somebody who doesn't look like a movie star. You can Dustin Hoffman, as an example. And I mean, Roy Scheider to a degree. Roy Scheider's one of those guys who's like, he's a normal looking guy, but up close, when he's all sweaty, he's kind of rough looking. He looks like, I wouldn't want to meet him in a bar at night. I'll just say that. But because I could imagine, that he'd have a shiv. But anyway, highly recommend this movie. And to connect it to my usual subject of tabletop RPGs, I was thinking while watching this could make a great scenario, especially for a game like Mutant Crawl Classics or something like that, some post-apocalyptic game. But even for other kinds of things, I mean, just the core concept of several desperate, rough characters, bad people who, for whatever reason, need the money and have to take this super, super dangerous cargo to somewhere for something to be done, and have to face all kinds of grueling obstacles to do it. And I think it could make for a really cool one shot, especially because, I mean, ideally it would be very difficult and probably highly deadly. So, anyhow, Sorcerer, have you watched it? What's your favorite '70s movie? what's your favorite like remakes? What are some remakes that are better than the original, or at least as good as the original in a different way? I mean, I love the remake. I know this is weird, but I love the remake of Cat People. Obviously, John Carpenter's The Thing, and I love the originals on both of those. The Fly, same deal. I think those are all really solid remakes. More recently, I mean, not that recently now, but I really actually like the Fright Night remake, which of the remakes of 80s movies, I feel like was one of them better. A lot of the 80s movies remakes I've seen, like Total Recall, and I think that's actually 1990, but whatever. Uh, you know, there were some others. RoboCop. Oh gosh, the remake of RoboCop. A lot of those have just been really bad. Um, but I liked Fright Night. So, anyway, until next time, take care.